Hey guys, it's Miss Beryl back. So in today's video, I wanted to kind of take it on a serious note. I'm going to do a little interview with Connor, one of my kids. You know Connor, you guys all know Connor. He's 14 and in high school. He'll be a sophomore next year. He's a freshman this year. And I just wanted to kind of get his take on what he feels about this quarantine. So this video is going to get a little bit serious. It's not going to be maybe as silly and goofy as some of the last ones. So check it out. All right, so I gave Connor the questions, so he has a copy of the questions with him, and obviously Jax is sitting with him. So Connor, question number 1, when you found out that we were not having school for a while, what was your first reaction and why?
I thought it was good that we would be taking time off school because that would make sure that we were getting away from everybody and getting away from other people who aren't part of our family. And this would help us be able to, not get the disease and it won't spread as easy. So I thought it was a good choice on, the governor's behalf.
Okay, so let me ask you number 2 really quick because it goes along with it. Do you feel the same way now that we've been out of school for a while?
I definitely feel like I definitely even feel like now they even made a better decision now that I've seen how many cases have been made in Michigan. And I definitely think that it was a good choice on the school's behalf to cancel.
All right, question number 3. What is the worst part about being in quarantine, being stuck at home?
Well, there's a lot of bad things about being stuck in quarantine. Not being able to see my family is one, because we don't want to get any of them sick. And then not being able to bowl for me has been hard. It's been a long time. And it's just getting bored because there's only so much stuff you could do inside your house.
Okay, and then question number 4. What is the best part about being in quarantine?
Well, you get to spend quality time with your family and me. I get to spend quality time with my brothers and sister. And so that's good. And especially since now we're getting older. Eventually, we're all not going to be together as much anymore.
All right, question number 5. Who do you miss the most that you wish you could see and hug?
All my family. I wish I could see every single one of my family members on my mom's and my dad's side, and wish I could see all of them.
Okay, is there any reason you can't see them?
Well, we don't want to get anybody sick, especially all my grandparents, because they're older, so they would be able to catch it easier than what I would, because I have a better immune system.
Okay, and then question number 6. Do you think this will change people in the world? How and what will it look like? Do you think the world will change?
I think that people are going to start being a lot more thankful for what they have, because, you can't use stuff as much. You got to be cautious, and you have to think about stuff before you just use it, because there's not a lot of it. So I feel like people will be more thankful and grateful for what they have.
Okay. And then question number 7, what is something unfair about this situation?
Well, it's hard because that smaller jobs, smaller companies who are owned by people, they're having to shut down because they can't make profit because they have to close down. And I feel bad for those smaller businesses that have to close because of this.
Okay. All right, question number 8. Who do you feel the most comfortable with that you can talk to during this scary and uncertain time?
My mom, my dad. Yeah.
Other people or just the 2 of us?
Sarah.
Okay.
Dave.
Sarah and Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
So any kind of trusted adult, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last question that I have is, what will you remember most about being this time at home? What would you tell your children when you have kids later on in life? What would you tell them about this time at home?
There's many things that you'll remember, just not being able to leave the house without, seeing people with wearing masks and gloves. Another thing is seeing the toilet paper shelves, completely empty. Normally there's a lot of toilet paper, but, during this time, it's just so low. It's crazy.
Okay, and then the last thing, which I don't have on there, so I'm going to shock you with the last question. Is there any advice you would give to my students during this time that they're at home by themselves? Any kind of just advice that you could give to them?
Just make sure you talk to your parents and make sure you guys can communicate to make sure you know what's going on, because you don't want to be where you don't know anything. You want to make sure you can tell stuff, and you want to make sure you're knowing of what's going on in the world too.
So kind of staying informed and finding out everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Con. Perfect. Yep. So those were some tough questions that I asked Connor, and I just really wanted to get a kid's perspective and just see how he's feeling and things like that. I'm thinking that I might do my other three kids and kind of get their perspective just because they're, younger in age, and see how they feel about things and see what they come up with. If you would like to, I'm going to post at the end of this video, I'm going to put a snapshot. If you would like to see the questions that I asked and you would like to go over these questions and kind of, maybe write about it, give something back to me, send a video back so that I can see how would you answer these questions and what have you been going through during this quarantine time? Okay, so I will snap a shot of the pictures or of the questions so that way you could answer them too. But know that I miss you and we're all having a rough time, but you need to find the positives in all that you do and all the things that can come out of this. I love you guys and miss you lots.